I want to talk about a quick phrase that has been in the internet for the past few decades now, maybe about a decade or two, I don't know. But the phrase "man up," right? Now, what does "man up" mean? Essentially, people saying, "Man up, be a man," and I actually agree. Man up in the sense of you got to level yourself up, got to improve your masculinity. It's an honourable thing to do, and yeah. Part of me believes it's a pretty good thing. There's nothing really wrong with that. Telling you to increase yourself and improve yourself to become a better version of yourself. But if we were to say women up, it's seen as a bit of a weird thing. And if we're going by the logic of man up is a good thing, why is it sexist to say women up? I mean, you hear no one say that. Women up, let's say they, when a man's struggling, you want to say, you want to tell us to man up, right? Cool, we will man up. But if you want to tell people to go, we need to go back to the gender roles in the sense of what's the dishes. They'll see it as us being sexist. No, there's nothing wrong with being submissive, listening to your man telling them to wash the dishes. You tell us to man up, hey, we'll man up. Personally for me, and I get it, I get the intent of the phrase man up, but there's a part of me also, I'm in a neutral balanced state in terms of the phrase. Part of me, like, I get it, man up, be good, man, keep going, bro. But that's it, like I said, I'm splitting two. There's another part of me, it's like, I feel like, I don't know, as a theory, it's just a theory in my head. But I do feel like sometimes that phrase is being abused and it pisses me off a bit, right? For instance, let's say a man is certain doesn't want to do something. I do believe that this phrase man up can be used in a toxic way in a relationship. And maybe not even a relationship, maybe by women in general. To perhaps try question a man's masculinity and have the man question his own masculinity. More so a way to de-emasculate said person. I remember in high school I was studying a literature novel, if you play, by William Shakespeare, Macbeth. And specifically, Macbeth was essentially a cuck, and Lady Macbeth broke the natural order of things. So usually men are positioned higher in the pecking order in terms of authority and whatnot. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's a reason why women should be submissive to their man in marriage. It's been the test of time. But what happened? Macbeth was playing the captain. Lady Macbeth was playing the captain, I meant to say. Alright, so it's also like Lady Macbeth was Jada Pinkett Smith. Will Smith was Macbeth. Macbeth was Will Smith. And yeah, she was basically cocking him around, man. She got him to be king, but yeah, it led to his downfall, man. And she questioned his masculinity. She was basically saying, you're a pussy, man, you can't do this shit. And then Macbeth felt provoked to really want to do said thing. Now, I actually believe, women to be intuitive and, they're very deep in the feelings and they know what can be done at certain times that are actually congruent to that and it matches. And certain situations, a woman will know when it's right. But seeing things as a whole, the man leads. And there's sometimes when you're just being intuitive all the time doesn't always play to your favor. So your woman may really want to do this thing, you being the captain of the ship, you being a man, you being the high authority figure, and it's not sexist, it's always like this, it's wired to be lit from the test of time. I do believe feminism fucked this shit up. The female empowerment thing, they took it too far, and they didn't really start to realize how bad and how stupid and messed up the system was until they got too far gone. Alright? So now it's like, I do believe men should tell women when it's just too much. Like what they're doing, like it's just blatantly clear because they're thinking with their feelings that what they want is wrong. The man being the captain of the ship, being able to regulate his emotions, tell them to stop, right? And then this is where a woman may use the phrase "man up." When we use that to question your masculinity, and then the man will fall to a trap. It's like a man's kryptonite for some men, right? That phrase, it'll make them feel like they're a bitch. It'll make them essentially gaslight, right? And make them question what's even happening. And then they lose control. They go into an emotional bait, that emotional world. And then he starts doing the submissive thing like Macbeth did and killed King Duncan. He ruined natural order. Yes, he had a bit of a reign. It was even like a month. And then he got beheaded by Macbeth because he followed the woman's lead. He destroyed natural order. And it was already planting seeds already. The seeds were being planted already. And it was already going to shit when Lady Macbeth was leading Macbeth. Because men are always meant to take the lead in a relationship. Why was Lady Macbeth doing that? It led to Macbeth killing King Duncan in his sleep. pussy ass way to win. Pussy ass way to become a king. What pussy? He did it in his sleep. Because you know he couldn't lace Duncan's boots in a real fight. And we know that because he got beheaded by Macduff, a soldier. But I rate him. I rate Macbeth's ambition, man. But you lot gotta realize, bro, there's a difference between having grand ambition and being just greedy. And my friend asked me a question about that. Simply put, being highly ambitious, the difference between being highly ambitious and being greedy, well, when you're highly ambitious, you do things for the greater good of the world. You remember your morals, which are intact, godly morals, which are in place. You may want to make institutions and just, set up systems to make the world a better place. Maybe through the form of art or YouTube or poetry, or make a software that will make the lives of everyone else better. Right? You know that you have enough, and you want to use that money to make the community around you better, and even globally better. However, but with greed, it's you have more than you need, and you are just too abusive. You just want to gain control of the whole world. You don't want to have community. You just want to have corruption, and you do whatever it takes, and that can be something like exploiting people for their profits, or taking credit for someone else's work, or human trafficking, gaslighting, coercing, forcing people to do something they don't want to do for your own profit, to make your business get higher, go higher, shitting on other companies. That's the difference between grand ambition and greed. Macbeth had greed. He had grand ambition, but it bleeded into greed. Think of all the dictators, Joseph Stalin, Adolf Hitler. They were greedy fuckers. And they were good at sales too. You see his speech? Now, I'm intermediate in German. So I saw a bit of Hitler's speech. I was like, fucking hell, man. I'm not the most fluent, but I understood a bit. I was like, bro, this guy can talk. He's a cunt, but he can talk. Don't get it twisted, bro. This man can speak. Like, it's one thing to say, oh, he's a scumbag now because we know what he did. But I'm telling you, there's a reason why he got voted at that time. So I'm telling you guys, like, if you were in Germany back in the 1930s, I almost wanted to guarantee you would have voted for him. And I probably would have too. Because we were all like sheep. Weren't aware. He's good at sales. It's the scary thing about sales. Sales is just influence. It's the art of communication. Don't overcomplicate it. You can use sales in any topic, any industry. It's just the way you talk and influence people. Like, what kind of work I'm doing here? That's what you're watching, right? I sold you. But yeah, I'm for a train. Yeah, the dangerous thing with sales is how you use it now. It can be the beautifulest weapon that can inspire people to move forward in a positive way, or a bad thing, like the dictators I've mentioned. You want to be like a Malcolm X or a Martin Luther King. Those lots, man. A Muhammad Ali. Those great guys. Those are good examples of sales leaders in their own respected industries, and hopefully I'm one of them with this video, putting you on some game. But yeah, man, that's it, man. So making it full circle, the 10 man up. Realize when it's being used for a genuine purpose, and I would say realize when it's just being used in a toxic way, right? And honestly, I'm actually sick of the phrase "man up." Now I'm all for you being more masculine and whatnot, but you just hear that phrase too much, it gets annoying. It's like, shut up. There's better ways to communicate it. Like, come on, man. You're better. I don't know. Something like, you're better than this, man. You got more in the tank. You're the best man I know. Something encouraging. But the term "man up," it just seems brutally heartless. Especially if you're in a relationship. Imagine you're in a, because yes, when a woman's sad, assuming you're a good man, you're gonna tend to your woman, make sure she's feeling good, sweet talk her in a truthful, authentic way, not just love bombing. That's why I'm big on you loving the woman for real. Sweet talk her, say, baby, I know you got more in the tank. I don't know, I'm just thinking of stuff from the top of my head. Maybe you got this, it's gonna be temporary. How many problems have you overcome? But when it becomes toxic, right? I feel like this phrase "man up" has been abused so much now. I get those good intent behind it. I feel like it's being abused so much now. It just seems toxic now. Like, imagine your mum died, yeah, and then your wife's just like, "Man up." What the fuck? I'm sorry for swearing, but we're still people. Like, as stoic and as strong as we are. Come on, we're not robots. That's so tough, man. That's just so sad. Like, you can still mean the same thing, but it's about how you say it sometimes. It's like, let's say the same scenario happened. Let's say you can get through this, baby. You're the strongest man I know, or something like that. Something like that. I picked you because you're strong enough to tackle any wave that life throws at us, so long as we walk with God or something like that. You're still saying "man up" in a way, but it's a better way of saying it, right? You get what I mean? Imagine a woman's pregnant and I tell a woman up. No! Oh man, we're overlapping with the training time now. I hope I got the point across. I know this video wasn't really structured. I usually like making my videos about 10 minutes each, but I kind of overlapped with the past two videos I recorded today, so I kind of messed up this video. Hopefully not. I mean, hopefully we can make up for that with how the video performs. It was meant to be raining too, but yeah, it's very windy, so I guess it compensates. I mean, it's good for my behalf because I can actually train now. I'm going to be boxing. This will be off camera, of course, but yeah. A shout out for the win. I got the best energy out of me. And they ain't playing in December in London City, bro. December 1st, they ain't playing with the weather. Because yesterday it wasn't this windy, and I told my mum yesterday it would be this windy. Hey, I'm yapping now. I'm sorry. I'm out. Peace. I'm gonna box. And don't get me wrong. Wait, one more thing, of course, too. When you hear it from your friends, like your male friends, it's kind of more like, okay, cool. Like that's my bros. Like my bros are telling me to man up. I got it, man. Cool. Let's say you're doing a hard session or you're training hard, bro. You're like, man up. Cool. I'm gonna go hard in that boxing match, you know? I'm gonna go eat, I'm gonna go deep, I'm gonna go hard, I'm gonna go more in. I'm gonna actually work my ass off. You know what I mean? You're in a boxing match, you're going the distance. Cool, I'm gonna man up. I gotta boost my testosterone. I gotta beat this guy up because you might see me. You might not get sent me to the hospital. You're doing a rep. Man up, cool. Certain situations where it's okay to use the said term or language is overused nowadays. You're lifting a set. A rep or deadlift. Cool. Your bro's saying to man, like, come on, man, yeah. I feel like it's just certain contexts to using it. And I guess women using that in those contexts, well, the fighting's a bit weird, man up. Like, you don't know what it's like to be punched in the face. It's the same thing as like, women's pregnant, I tell you to woman up. I don't know what it's like to be a woman, how can I tell you to woman up? It's just so weird. It's a weird term. So I think we gotta realise when to use that thing. You know what I mean? And I think alone just hearing it from the phrase, man up from a woman in the deadlift sense, bit weird too. I don't know, man. Double standard? Perhaps. Just my take. May agree with me, may disagree. Let's have a peaceful debate in the comments. It says respectable adults. Keep it civil, guys. Don't argue now. But you never saw that one coming.